France is building 2 helicopter carriers for Russia, but in a statement Tuesday, the French president's office said that the situation in Ukraine did not permit their delivery. France's far-right National Front, which polls show to be the country's most popular party, has campaigned for the warship contract to be fulfilled.
Our position is to protect our industry, to protect our right to trade with every country that we want.
National Front leader Marine Le Pen is a regular visitor to Moscow. She admitted Tuesday that the party had taken an $11 million loan from Russian-owned First Czech Russian Bank. Supporting far-right anti-European Union parties is part of the Kremlin strategy, says Neil Barnett, an associate with the Centre for Policy Studies in London.
To divide European countries from each other, from their governments from each other, to spread division within the European Union. But also more broadly to divide Europe from the US. Having radical political forces potentially forming governments in major EU states is a major contribution towards that.
Earlier this month, pro-Russian rebels held elections in parts of eastern Ukraine, seen by the West as illegitimate. But several extreme parties in Europe accepted invitations to be election monitors.
What we can see from the lists of election observers that the Russians brought in Crimea and then a couple of weeks ago in Donetsk and Lugansk is that there is quite a range of European rightist movements which are openly sympathetic towards Russia.
Among them was Hungary's far-right Jobbik party. It wants special detention camps for Roma and has argued that Jews are a national security risk. Also present were Italy's Forza Italia party, Bulgaria's Ataka and the Communist Party of Greece, among many others. It's likely some are getting funds from Russia, says Barnett.
This is really an intelligence matter, and so payments that have been happening will have been happening generally covertly through third parties.
The accusations come amid sharply deteriorating relations between Moscow and Europe over Ukraine. Moscow's finance minister said Monday that Western sanctions, together with falling oil prices, would cost Russia up to $140 billion a year. Russian President Vladimir Putin is using the economic pain to fuel anti-Western feeling, says Nicholas Redman of the International Institute for Strategic Studies.
Anti-Americanism is something that's been given full rein. Some people who are in opposition now risk being classed as traitors. The society is in some senses on a kind of phony war footing.
While that economic war intensifies, analysts say Russia is exploiting potential political instability in Europe. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.